good old Waterworks. Haven't seen you in a long time. Anyway, let's head into Barnes & Noble. I haven't been in this place in a while, so let's see what they got in here. Oh, one of the first things I'm noticing in here is this little A24 section. Got the Brutalist, Love Lies Bleeding, Heretic. Oh, we got these. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I guess this is just the book. I've seen these at Walmart before, the A24 sets. That's $50. Oh, so it's a mix of books and movies. Okay. So it's not all just movies, but that's pretty cool to see. And The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Midsommar. Ex Machina. Different movies on this little rack here. Nothing new. Except for that Liza documentary. I've never seen that. Anything over here? CDs. Keep looking. About a week away from the Criterion sales. The Grifters is one I don't think I have, so that's probably one I'm going to get whenever the sale happens. And it does look like they're starting to cut down on the section here, which is not good, but hopefully we can still find some stuff here. So we'll take a look around, and if I find something, I'll be back. Boy, talk about what we're living in right now. But so far, I am coming across a couple of things. I found Kingpin for 50% off, the Blu-ray and the 4K for maybe $22, I think, after that. I found Wayne's World 2, but it doesn't have the 50% off sticker, so I don't know if this is on sale or not, but if it is, I'm definitely going to get that, because that's another one I've been wanting to add to the collection, but so far, so good. I'm definitely finding a lot of more Kino stuff than I would in Monroeville, because look, Career Opportunities, the 4K, this is 30% off, so that would be maybe a little bit over $30, I think. If I'm doing my math correctly, I'm just doing it off the cuff, but I found that. But then I found Bottoms, which is a movie that I was really looking forward to seeing, and I forgot it came out on Blu-ray already, but that's $30. So I don't know if I'm gonna get all of these, but Kino Lorber is definitely the winner for titles I'm finding so far. Yeah, don't you just remember those children's classics like Goodfellas and The Departed, and also Baby Driver? Fun for the whole family. I will say this, I am coming across more Disney Fox Mill Creek titles here, because look, here's another one, Quest for Fire, and there's some other ones over there that I didn't get to show you, but there are more of them here, so even though this section is getting smaller, there is still a lot of stuff here that's not at my usual Barnes & Noble. That's one I gotta update at some point, The Long Kiss Goodnight. Swordfish. Here's the other Steven Soderbergh movie of the year, Presence, which I actually heard some pretty good things about. I haven't gotten around to check it out yet, but I have seen Black Bag. Primal Fear. We got the Jaws 50th anniversary set here, which is actually not a bad price for that. I was gonna wait for the Steelbook, but it's about $17 for that. That's actually not that bad. I'll put it in the pile. Hopefully they'll have the Steelbook up there, up at the top there, but I doubt it, but we'll see. That's another one I have to see, The Woman in the Yard. Seeing a lot more of these here too, these foreign type, what is this, Indicator. I don't usually see those at the one in Monroeville. Any luck with Jaws? No. Oh well. Yeah, I might definitely get that one. That one I found. That one that actually does look pretty cool. Oh, Fatal Attraction. Here's another one I gotta see drop. I've heard nothing but great things about this. wait for that to come down in price, though. There's another cool Kino set, Time Cop. I'm still kicking. I must be on Broadway. I am finding some stuff, though. Stuff that I probably wouldn't find in my regular store, so that's good. I don't usually come out here all that often. Another good underrated gem, Red Eye from Wes Craven. I actually don't have a physical copy of that, honestly. I'm not going to get it today, but that's definitely one I want to get a physical copy of at some point. Some Lord of the Rings steelbooks. I don't think I've ever seen this one before in public. Terms of Endearment. That's interesting. Coming down to the end here. Not too much more left. Got Flashdance there. I have that already. Platoon. Requiem for a Heavyweight. That's another great one, Brick. I'm in the last section of the movies here. Alto Knights. That's one I gotta check out at some point. The Accused. Conclave. So yeah, I did find a good assortment of stuff here. I'm not gonna lie. Am I gonna get all this? Probably not. I have to check and see how much money I have to spend, so I'm gonna keep looking around though. Got a wide assortment of different pop figures. Oh, Dumbo down here. I didn't see that. That's pretty neat. Abbott Elementary, Snow White. Fairly Odd Parents. We got Jimmy Neutron. That's pretty neat. And you got Superman up here. Superman the movie. That's pretty cool. Shut up and take my money. Like, I didn't know what that was at first, but it's just like, why is Fry looking at me so angrily? But no, that's the shut up and take my money meme. There it is. Yeah, this is one of those ones where you really got to look at everything because you see new stuff all over the place. It's mixed in with all the discount stuff. So you'll be looking at discount stuff, and then all of a sudden you look down, and then you see Fairly Odd Parents and Poltergeist 2. Oh, Bon Jovi and Britney Spears. Lady with the kid, her kid. And Pocahontas with Miko. Oh, we got Rear Window. That's pretty neat. You can have a Jimmy Stewart bobblehead. Funko Pop. Of course, Lex. Back when Lex Luthor wasn't Jar Jar Binks. Cosmo and Poof. This is pretty cool, the Hayao Miyazaki section. Got like stuff from Spirited Away up there. That's I think that's it's either Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, or Princess Mononoke, one of those two. Totoro. And these are really cool. These are really cool. Ponyo, Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service. I don't know what that one's from, or this one, but it's pretty neat. Here's Hello. The Fire from Howl's Moving Castle. And then just a random Mickey Jack in the Box. This is actually really cool, this whole section over here. Studio Ghibli cookbook and a bento cookbook. And then some more Totoros over here. Like a little family. Yeah, but I know some of these are going to be really expensive because they're from another country. But look, $19. And again, it says it's manufactured in California. So I don't know. Take that for what you will. Yeah, don't let the nice day fool you. It is hot as hell out here, but there's a Dick's that opened up where Walmart is, so I might go over there next. So that will be the next place you'll see me. Rear lot full, do not enter. That's something you don't usually see. Good old Waterworks. And then over here is where Walmart used to be at. Yeah, this does not look like the same place Walmart used to be at, but there it is, Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah, go inside and see what they got. Then we'll check out GameStop maybe afterwards. And that's not a good sign when you're looking at the trash can and then right next to it, you see all the Steelers stuff in there. That's not a good sign. They do have DK Metcalf stuff, but they don't have Aaron Rodgers stuff, surprisingly. But TJ Watt. This looks like a condensed down version of the House of Sport that's at Ross Park Mall. It looks like. I mean, it really does feel like a condensed down version of it. Yeah, it definitely feels like the House of Sports store. How you doing today? All these different golf covers here. Look, Bazooka Joe. And then on the other side, they had U.S. Open ones. Oh, let me go ahead and put this back. There we go. All these U.S. Open ones are 25% off. So I think that'd be around 35. I think 35, 40 bucks. And again, there's different ones here. There's this one, and then smaller ones here for 40. Got Tootsie Roll ones. And of course, you gotta have your Happy Gilmore ones. But look at this, Happy Gilmore, Ace Ventura, Big Lebowski. I think I showed these ones in the one at Ross Park Mall. Wolf of Wall Street, Anchorman. Here's a cool one, Retro Taco Bell. I don't like Taco Bell, but I like that design. That's pretty cool. Not for 50 bucks though. I guess it's their grand opening. They got all these little things going on. Here's Guess the Gear. Guess how many balls are in the container to get like a badge, but got like a whole section dedicated to like Stanley Cups and Yeti Cups. Okay, they do have other ones besides DK Metcalf and TJ Watt, because here's Derek Harmon. So you just gotta look and see what they got here. There's all Metcalf. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Oh well. Alright, and just like that, we're back home now, and you may have been wondering why I was out at the Waterworks. Well, we had an event we had to go to for my family. My uncle and my aunt had an event that they had, and we went down there to the Fox Chapel Yacht Club for that. And the Waterworks bar was right there, so we went there before we went to the party, and yeah, we were there for a little bit. It wasn't really a party per se, because it was just basically a celebration with a band and all that. And we could have gotten some footage for you, but it was just way too hot for me to even think about that. Yeah, it's been. I think most of you out there know that it's fucking hot thanks to Randy Marsh, son of a bitch. But no, it was hot today. Like, it's the first of several days this week that's supposed to get into the 90s, and yeah, sitting out there, we weren't necessarily in the heat, but even so, even when you're under the shade, it still felt like it just takes a lot out of you per se. So yeah, I'm a little bit flustered right now, I'm a little bit tired, but I powered through it, got home, and I'll show you what I got from Barnes & Noble, and you probably are wondering, what exactly did I get? Well, I had all that stuff. I was thinking about not getting everything, but it mostly just came down to, one, do I have enough money for it, which I do, but also, do I really need these? Well, I figure, some of these I don't really need, but with that said, though, there is this is a different Barnes & Noble than my usual Barnes & Noble, so yeah, they had stuff in there that I'm pretty sure my other Barnes & Noble would not have had, so that led into also my decision making too. So basically, I just essentially decided to get most of the stuff you saw. Plus, I had to re-up my membership too, so to use my reward certificate too. So that added to it. But like I said, I had some extra cash with me, so it was able to come together in the long run. And I got all of these at much lesser prices than I would have thought beforehand. But I'll show you what I got. I did go ahead and get the Jaws 50th anniversary set. I can't take that sticker off because it's one of those Barnes & Noble stickers where it's like you take it off and there's still parts of it. So I'm not even going to touch it, but I could have waited to get the Steelbook for this. I was thinking about waiting for the Steelbook, but it was already being sold online at way too exorbitant prices, like $60. And I don't know. I think Barnes & Noble does have it at some stores, but I don't know if I'm going to wait to get that. If I find it at my Barnes & Noble in Monroeville the next couple times I'm out there, I'm definitely going to go and see. I'll see how much it is, and if it's at a good price, I'll definitely get it. But this was only $14 after my discount and my membership discount as well, the 50% off discount too. And you get the bonus documentary on here, so that's basically why we bought this again, just for that, because that's not available on the other Jaws box sets. So yeah, you got the slipcover here, and then of course on the inside, the famous poster on there too. They just played this on TV a couple nights ago on NBC, and it's really cool to see that on there, especially with the intro by Spielberg. But yeah, I only paid $14 for this after all the discounts, so it worked out in the end. And then all the Kino Lorber stuff here, all this Kino Lorber stuff. I grabbed Kingpin after the 50% off, $22.50, but then I add in my 10% discount. Look at my receipt here. Where is it? At the bottom. Came down to about... That can't be right. I am reading it. Okay. I was reading the wrong number here. Came down to about $20 essentially after the discount and all that. And then I didn't really need to upgrade this one because I already had the regular Kino Lorber set, but you know, I love this movie so much. Career Opportunities. I grabbed this. This was probably the most expensive one of the bunch. It was 20. No, not even that. Another one I'm going to show you. The next one here. 1 penny, like 1 penny more than this right here. So I grabbed this. Didn't really need to get this one. I already had it, but I love this movie so much, and I don't know I can't remember exactly where I kept my other copy of it. So grab this one here. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out again. I really enjoyed this one. One of John Hughes' more underrated movies. The one that was 1 cent cheap, 1 cent more, Wayne's World 2, which was on sale for $31. And after my discount, after the 30% off discount and then the 10% discount, came down to $27.07 on that one. So yeah, I'll just show you what I mean. Yeah, look, Career Opportunities was $27.06 after the discounts, and then Wayne's World 2, $27.07. I mean, what more can you say about that? That's kind of amusing, actually. But Wayne's World 2, I can't remember if Wayne's World 1 actually came out on Kino Lorber. I don't think it did. I know that Wayne's World had the 4K set a couple of years ago when the 30th anniversary came out, but I don't know. I don't think it ever did. I think this is the only one Kino Lorber ever did a version of, which are doing Coneheads too, which also came out the same year. So if I find that at a good price somewhere, I'll definitely get that. The one I have not seen or do not have an extra copy of here, and I saw it in there. It's just like I heard a lot of good things about it. Plus, it's got people I really like in it. I got Bottoms with Rachel Sennott from Saturday Night, and also Ayo Edebiri from The Bear. You also see Marshawn Lynch in there. I like the fact that he's gone on to have somewhat of an acting career because he was just in Love Hurts as well. And this was also on sale. It doesn't have the sticker on it, but it came to. It was originally, I'm trying to see here, regular price was $29.99. It came down to $20.99 because it was on sale. Then you take the 10% member discount. It came down to $18.04. So $18 for a new copy of this is not that bad at all. So I did pretty well today. Plus, I was good. I had some extra money, and I was using it. So these 5 titles, I'm glad I made the purchase. I'm glad I made the trip out there. But so there you go. That's all the stuff I picked up. That's pretty much everything I got this week in general. This week was not really all that interesting week in terms of new pickups in general. But I'm happy with the purchases I made here. So with all that said, they laid $1 short. That's this week's episode of Movie Stop for you. So next week, I'll be back out of the movie theaters to go see F1 and also Megan 2.0, and then have a review. Not a review on this show, but a review will eventually come for that down the road. But anyway, that's going to do it for this. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like button, subscribe button, notification button. Check out the 2 episodes we did before. I'll see you guys next time. And until then, take care.